One, Mr. Vijay is part of us, Renpotech, in a way, as a consultant.
Okay.
So I think more than a consultant or anything, we are more close.
Yeah.
Other portions separate. I think same thing with Arjun also. Arjun is a VAV person. He's one of the 14 guys in India who has a VAV specialist, and he's a certified specialist in India.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Conducts the sessions, and then he has around 14 years of experience, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and he worked in Mahindra and all.
Okay.
He also worked for Honeywell, so and other companies probably. So, I think he has around 16 years of experience. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where we connected in around a year back.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got connected, but we got connected. I don't remember.
No, Vasu.
Oh, okay. Vasudev.
Dover.
That guy. He also knows. He's the ex-Dover guy, our Arjun.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Dover, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Dover guy.
Okay. Not bad. But
the ex-Dover guys are combined in some way so that we can understand a little bit better than others.
Yeah, the only the wavelength should matters. That's it. If you connect the wavelength, then you are absolutely fine.
That is the only thing which matters, and that comes with, if you know, that is the edge. If you don't know, you have to really work towards that.
Correct.
Between you and me, it has become a very short thing for good reasons. Okay.
Correct. But Arjun, I will tell you one thing. Since you said you were in Mahindra, you can connect with them with a lot many things with VAV ideas, because Mahindra is the one thing. You are talking about the car segment or the tractor segment? FI. Where were you?
I was working in car segment, but both car and tractor are combined together in Chennai.
Right now it is combined.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about from 2004 to 2008, I was handling tractor segment.
Oh, great.
I am from the Bosch perspective, from the pump perspective. So we have released around 15 projects in Mahindra.
Great.
TREM 3 and TREM 4.
Okay.
Now the point what I was trying to tell you was the cautious one measures where Mahindra takes. Even if a rupee saved in Mahindra, the guy will be paid heftily for his contribution to the company. But even if he has been given even 50,000 rupees, for instance, I'm telling you, they would have earned 1 lakh or 10 lakhs from the products which they come out. Even if they make 10 lakhs products, they are saved by 10 lakh rupees. Giving away even 50,000 rupees is nothing for a company like Mahindra. What I was telling was, if we knock Mahindra somewhere with your connect, definitely with VAV ideas.
Okay.
Something which you can crack. Definitely with some overview or you can ask them in a different way. You can just give them questionnaire and ask them what is their purview of what they are facing. Okay. If they come up with, if you give some ideas, at least giving some, as Badri was connecting, to give some paid services and give them a connect. Okay. People will definitely going to join, and you can have a good number of people there.
Okay, I will just look into it.
But do you know anyone from the Chennai team there?
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that I'm not sure whether they will go with external consultancy for their VAV. That is the only drawback.
Try to connect with the HR there. I am telling you one thing. HR, I know it's very tough to break a HR team there. Even 50 rupees or 5 rupees, especially Mahindra team, it matters a lot for them.
Anyway, I'll just make an attempt. Yeah,
attempting it's not. Maybe they may give you a different opinion about it, but from at least since you can just say that a COVID reason, and you can just take a mileage out of it. Why I'm telling you this, because it's for your own employees, which we are giving just engaging them and pushing the knowledge what we have, so that they can also take up the next challenge, what they want, what they're getting, what they look at it once they resume the company. It's an added advantage, and you can just give a certificate there saying that this would be helpful for your own team. It's always, it's your own team. It's not our benefit, it's your benefit. It makes a lot of difference, Arjun, here. Only you need to connect with the right person to get the, I'm telling you where. The point is you need to connect with the product team, basically.
Right.
Product team or basically like R&D team, where it will help.
Okay, that's a good thought. What Vijay, I thought about it is, you also know about VAVE.
Yeah.
I will just run through few slides and probably Arjun also.
Yeah. Because I was actually, Arjun, I just wanted to tell you, I almost 7 to 8 years I was taking care of VAV in Honeywell. So I was leading VAV, but I didn't got any this thing what you call certificate and all, but I went through so many things. That's why.
Honeywell Pune, right? Or
Honeywell Pune.
Oh, is it the turbocharger thing?
Yeah.
Garrett Motion. Now they're renamed as Garrett Motion.
Yeah. I moved out of Honeywell almost 1.5 years back. Okay. So now it's actually Honeywell has pushed this. Actually, it was earlier known as a transportation system. Okay. Now it is as a Garrett. Now it is Garrett.
Okay, what we'll do is, sorry, I think you can complete. Sorry, in between.
No. You can run through some slides. At least I'll just go through if you are okay.
I will just give you high level of what we are really taking care of it. Okay. I think the same thing with Arjun also.
Okay.
And it's more not as a webinar or anything. It's more like an overview for you.
Yeah.
Then we will explore through you anything else which is possibility for us, for all of us.
Okay, sure, definitely.
So that way it will be more easier. So,
yeah.
In fact, I got another idea. So sometimes we can club you two people can be clubbed together also. Sometimes if the seminar becomes very,
Yeah. Definitely. Badri, you need not say that. I would have been.
I know that, but I know. So I want to be as much as transparent as possible.
Yes.
Okay, I think on this particular slide, I am talking at the strategy level. How the organization will look VAVE. It is at the top. The strategy is made, and the teams are formed, and those things I will start running. And where it is applicable, definitely for improving the margin of the products, especially current products. Here I am looking VAVE more from a cost reduction perspective.
Yeah.
More likely. Okay. So you have VE projects also in Honeywell and even other places.
Yes.
Here I am pushing more from the cost reduction perspective only. Some of the benefits which I listed. Then probably our expert will talk about, Arjun will talk about why, what is the value, what is function, why, and what are the job plan. Then also some case study, one case study. Mm-hmm. Then we'll go to the history, and also we talk about the certification.
Okay, sure.
History is more save on society than certification. Then again, what are the 1-day training and 3 days training? That's how thing we cover. In fact, I will tell you upfront what we are going to cover.
Okay, perfect.
I think over to Arjun. You cover it fast, so since he knows about it. Or shall I run through it?
Yeah, no. You can run. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you can run.
I'll leave it to Vijay to decide here.
No, anyone is okay for me. I'm absolutely fine. But only for me, content is more important.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in that case, we talk about why we here. So, a lot of savings, and also the collaboration, and also the quality. Ultimately, what we are all here is for satisfy the customer.
No, go back to the previous slide. Okay, here I see this one of the build and teamwork. Here what actually happens is, I will tell you what actually happened also in my case. I was the VAV leader, and I have to go and individual project, and I have to knock their door. Here, sometimes people will resist. It's a teamwork is a must there for any VAV. If teamwork is not there, it's very difficult to implement anything. But to build a teamwork, you have to stress somewhere, which can be an impact one. The quality and customer is next thing. Money is one thing and time is one thing. Yes, the first three is more important.
Hey, Vijay, I
Especially,
take your point where these are the companies who are really not VAV as a strategy. It's more like, they are not pushing from the top. There are some
exactly.
middle management stuff guys who are interested and they want to do something.
Yes.
That's where it evolves always. I've seen
Yeah.
in the small companies.
Yeah.
So I am more covering more an ideal situation where we have a VAV as a strategy at the top level. We'll try to push the things, and the management will be responsible for getting the projects and other things. That's where we are done in Dover case. We used to
Okay.
do
Okay.
case like whatever you told also. We
Huh.
used to go there and they used to resist. Why we have to do it? We are done already. So what's so great? You will bring it all good and bad comments. So
Yes.
so I think
You rightly said it. You nailed it. Actually speaking, you nailed it. That sometimes what happens if it comes from the top management, it's always good. If it goes from the bottom, it's sometimes it will be difficult. As you rightly said, it's in the middle management. Yeah.
it's a middle management thing. Both the things works in an organization because
Yeah.
The organization focus is different. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There are many things connected to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I think it's more about the definition of value and all. I'm not really the right person to give this whole thing. Arjun can able to explain it. So,
Okay.
Arjun, little bit I will also learn. I think you can explain little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
This value, we can define value as a ratio between function by resource. So resource indicates cost, money, time, space, etc. So we can define value as a ratio between function by resource or function by cost, in which cost is a form of a resource, one of the resource. So designing so here the cost again indicates the overall life cycle cost, which means the direct material cost, indirect material cost, labor cost, indirect labor cost, and then overhead cost. All these are a part of the life cycle cost. So if you reduce the overall life cycle cost, then we can increase the value. So we can increase the value by 4 means: by increasing the function, keeping the same cost, or increasing the function of the product and reducing the cost. We can also keep the function as the same and we can reduce the cost. We can also increase the cost, but we need to ensure that we are increasing the function to the greater extent than that of the cost. So by these 4 means we can increase the value. So here, as I said, the overall cost is nothing but the life cycle cost, which indicates the summation of labor cost, material cost, overhead cost, etc. So here we need to ensure that we are designing the product with the cost target. So which means if you are achieving the cost target, then the company can achieve the best value to the product. And this value can be applied, or value methodology can be applied to products, projects, and also process or even services also.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I think you can cover it probably.
Yes. Okay. So as I said, the value is defined as the ratio between function by cost, where cost involves the overall life cycle cost. So how we can define function? Function is nothing but the performance of the product, or it can be not. It can also apply to process, facility, system, or service as well. So here, what the function is all about is it will serve the purpose of intent that what the customer really want or what the customer really need for a particular product, and also it will make that particular item or service to work as well as sell. So here, if you take any product, so the key question that you need to ask is, what does it do? What does the particular product do? What is the function of a laptop or a television or a refrigeration or a automobile components or any mechanical device or electrical electronics device. So we need to ask the question, what does the particular product do? That that serves the purpose of why the particular function needs to be there. And here it also needs to satisfy the customer. The function also needs to satisfy the customer in terms of performance, reliability, quality, and also durability. So without compromising on all the parameters, we need to achieve the functions. At the same time, we need to increase the value.
So indirectly, you are saying the cost should be reduced so that it will improve the function. Okay.
Yeah. So there are some facts about function. So the company should understand what function the customer is buying. So you can take the example of a washing machine. You have different type of washing machine in which you can load the cloths either in front side, back side, rear side, or the top side also. So you have different version. So as a manufacturer, the company should understand what functions the customer is buying. If the customer wants the cloths to be loaded in the front, then they have to give the options of using the front door as an option. If they want to put the cloth at the top, then they have to open the door and the top of the washing machine. So they have to understand what the customer really wants and and accordingly they have to give the functions. So we can also take the example of a cycle. You can see some of the cycle will have the seat at the back as well. If in case if the seat is not required by the customer, then the company no need to give the seat at the back. So the fact here is the company should understand what functions the customer is buying and what function the customer really wants and also need. So you need to understand the real requirements of the customers, and then the company should also understand what functions are not being appreciated or not being required by the customers. And again, the company should ensure that they are going to provide the particular functions what is being expected by the customer with the most cost effective ways, which means they have to reduce the cost to the greater extent. Say for example, they can target to reduce the overall life cycle cost, or they can also increase the performance, or they can increase the functions, or they can keep the functions. And if in case if the functions are not required, they can eliminate the unwanted functions. Thereby, they can achieve the functions with the most cost-effective method.
Okay.
So here you need to understand what customer really wants. If in case the customer do not want something, then you don't need to give that particular extra functions, which will add extra cost to the particular product. So here we have some methodologies, like we have different phases. So first is nothing but a pre-workshop phase. This is basically a orientation phase where we select the project, what project we normally want to carry out in a company. And we collect the basic level of information about the particular project or product, what we have been selected. And we collect the micro level information. We collect a lot of data about the particular products. And the next phase is nothing but a workshop phase. So after the workshop, we start with the workshop phase. So we have 6 phases in the workshop phase, and after that we have post-workshop phase, in which we have 2 phases. So coming back to the workshop phase, first we start with the information phase, where we collect the information about the product, what the product is all about, and what are the different material we are using for the particular product, and what are the different bill of material. The particular product will have different subparts or sub-assembly. We need to understand what are the different subparts or different sub-assemblies, and then we need to understand the individual cost for the individual subparts. And we also need to understand, we need to get the information about the competitor benchmark and also the competitor bill of material. And then we should also understand the manufacturing process for a particular product, how the manufacturing is been done. Is it by casting, or is it by forging, or is it by sheet metal? We need to understand the manufacturing process for a particular product, and then you should also try to get information about the benchmark, like how your competitor is manufacturing the particular product with respect to cost, with respect to performance, etc. You need to compare, and you need to get all this information in information base. And you should also collect some DVPs, DFMEA, and some failure history, some quality reports. You need to try to get for a particular product, what you are selected for carrying out value methodology. You need to collect all this information. Even drawings, you need to collect all these information. So you need to get the information to the micro level, and you need to ensure that all the informations are available for the particular product, what you selected for doing value engineering. So next is the function phase. As I said, the function is all about it will ask the question, what does it do, what the particular product will do. So as I said, the product will have different subparts. So here in function phase, what you need to do is that you need to understand, you need to list down the functions of the individual subparts. What does the particular subparts or subassembly will carry out. You need to categorize that function into basic function and secondary function. So basic function is nothing but what must a particular product do, or what does the particular product do. Without that particular function, the product will not work at all. So, and the secondary function is nothing but what else the particular product will do. So it should answer both what must it do and what else must it do. You have different type of function, like it has basic function, secondary function, one-time function, all-time function, project objectives, higher order function, lower order functions. So I will give one example after explaining the phases. I'll give one example of a leaf spring so that you can understand the function about the functions. And also uh, we have the diagram called fast diagram. It's nothing but a functional analysis systematic diagram. Okay, first I will explain this, then I will go with the previous phases. So here we have the fast diagram, which is nothing but functional analysis systematic technique diagram. So here, as I said, the basic function is the one which must answer the question called what must it do or what does it do. So here the example is the vehicle leaf spring. So the basic function of the vehicle leaf spring is to ensure or to improve comfort. Basically, a suspension kind of thing is access a cushion. So the basic function of the vehicle leaf spring is to improve comfort. So as I said, the basic function is the one what must it do, and we have different secondary function. So apart from this basic function, what else the particular vehicle leaf spring will do? So it will maintain damping, it will absorb shock, it will distribute load, it will transfer force, etc. So here, first we should write the basic function, and then we should follow the how and why logic. So we need to follow why logic, because why we need to improve the comfort. We need to improve the comfort in a vehicle to enhance the drivability. So this becomes the higher order function. And now we need to follow the how technique, then we need to follow why technique. So how to enhance the drivability by improving the comfort, and that is possible with the help of the vehicle leaf spring. And how to improve comfort in the vehicle leaf spring by maintaining damping and by absorbing shock. How we can achieve maintain damping and absorbing shock by distributing load, by transferring force, and by applying force. So the suspension, basically vehicle leaf spring, the load is being applied or the force is being applied. Why to apply force? To transfer force, to distribute load or distribute force, and finally dampness, and it will also absorb shock. Finally, you will get the comfort. Basically, a suspension kind of tank in a vehicle, and finally, this will also enhance drivability. So here you need to understand you are going to define the function in two words. One is a verb and noun. First word is always a active verb, and the second one is nothing but a measurable noun. And we also have the other functions apart from the basic functions, secondary function, higher order function, lower order functions. We also have a all-time function, one-time function, and also project objective. So here the project objective is the one functions which normally the company cross-functional team will look into it for a particular product. So for this product vehicle leaf spring, the company cross-functional team, what they have decided is that they have decided to look on to resist corrosion for the vehicle spring, to withstand vibration, to meet the specifications, and also to maintain hardness. So these are all the project objective for this particular product. And again, the project objective will vary from product to product, and also it will also vary from company to company. So and this project objective needs to be clarified and needs to be defined in a proper manner by the cross-functional team. So you can also take the example for the same vehicle spring. If the company X is having some, it may have some project objective, and the company Y may have different project objective. But this project objective, we cannot ensure that to follow the guideline, but it is up to the particular company to select the objectives. And apart from that, we also have an alternate function which indicates this particular functions should be there throughout the life period of the particular product. So here it will also ensure the identity of the manufacturer, where they give some logo for the particular product, and it will also needs to enhance the aesthetics, and it should ensure safety all time. It should also maintain reliability all time. So one time maybe it may be related to warranty. To ensure warranty, it can be a one-time function. So these are the things we normally put it in a diagram called fast diagram. So here our scope of project always lies between left scope line and right scope line. So we need to have the scope within this one. And here, with the help of this fast diagram, what we can do is that we can understand the unwanted function. If in case if the function is not required, then we can straight away eliminate the particular function. And also the next phase is the creativity phase, where we can create new ideas with respect to the individual functions. So here what we do is that we allocate the individual costs for the individual functions. So to improve comfort, how much should be the cost, function cost. With the help of cross-functional team, we need to give the values to this particular function, and we should also give the worth for this particular function. So worth is nothing but the overall lowest cost required to achieve the function. So we also need to understand the gap between the function cost and function worth. If the gap between the function cost and function worth is higher for a particular function, then we need to take those functions and we need to create some alternative ideas, either to reduce to go for alternatives, like to change the supply from X to Y or Y to Z, or to do some design optimization or weight reduction or change of material. So you need to collect the different ideas for the particular functions, and next we go with the next phase called creativity phase, where we create the ideas with respect to the individual functions, and then we evaluate the ideas in evaluation phase. That evaluation is based on the paired comparison matrix and also the decision matrix, where we decide the best ideas, whatever had been selected. And after that, what we do is that we go for a development phase, where we do the development activities and also we do the testing activities. So here it involves a lot of DVP, design verification plan, and we also do the prototype. If in case if we are converting the material from aluminum to plastic, we do some prototype, rapid prototype we do, and we do some initial level of functional trial we do, and we also do the durability, we do testing, and after that we need to ensure that there is no failure in testing. And before testing, we also need to do some the design activities and the concept design, and if required CAE, CFD also we need to carry out some simulation if required. And after that, followed by that prototype and then testing. And the last phase is nothing but the presentation phase, where we present the ideas to the top management. So here we present what is the cost saving, what is the idea before and what is the idea after, and we propose what is the cost saving for the individual product for one particular product alone, and we multiply that particular product into the total number of volumes that particular company is manufacturing per month, per year. And we also give the data about the ROI or return on investment, or what is the payback period for this value engineering. Then we present all this in a business case, and we present it to the top management. And if that is okay, then the company will implement the ideas. And after implementing ideas, they also do some follow-up where they will try to understand whether there is any failure is going to happen in the field for the change of the ideas from X to Y, or like the ideas can be anything, like it can be weight optimization or a design optimization or a change of material or a change of source, suppliers, etc. So, and after that they do the follow-up, and also they do some audit where they document the learnings and lesson learn whatever not been they have been captured, and they document it. So this is how the complete value engineering normally we do it in for the product. And same thing we can do it for process also. So even the value engineering is also applied for a manufacturing process, where we can eliminate the unwanted machining process if required. And if we reduce or if we eliminate some out of process, then we can increase the productivity by reducing the cycle time. And if we eliminate some out of manufacturing process, then we can also eliminate the cost. So even this value engineering is adopted, can be adopted even in manufacturing process as well. And also this can be adopted even for projects and even for service. So even in service, what we do is that we can reduce the breakdown for the machines or the equipments. If we reduce the breakdown, then ultimately we can increase the productivity by reducing the cycle time. So even this is also applied to the service sector as well. Okay. So coming back to the value methodology history, so this started by a Society of American Value Engineering. So we call this SAVE International, and this society was formed in the year 1959, and they renamed as SAVE International in the year 1996. And this SAVE International is present across 40 countries across the globe, and they also form different value engineering chapters in different countries. And this is the website where you can get the details about the SAVE International. From next slide, Sir will explain about the certification and other process.
Yeah, I think Vijay, you probably know these things, the certifications process and other things. Probably what I can really put across is this is of interest to the different levels across the audience. Probably one is a person who want to get into the VAVE. For him, how is that? So he can become associate, get a certification. That's one thing. And somebody who really take this, and he is somebody who is really already working and is not certified, but is already doing the required things for the organization. He has already shown the benefits. So sometimes the certifications are important because if you want to move to other organization, they will really look at the certification also. That way, either we can really put across is a career advancement in other company, or sometimes if there's a management change, there's a own company, things will they will look on the certifications.
Yeah, it's a feather in their cap.
Yeah, that's all, exactly. So I think there are different levels of certification. VMA is the starting level. So then what we have done is we are divided into two kind of one is a training course, another one is the workshop.
Okay,
open to your comment. Definitely it will start with the introduction. Then we'll go for a job plan, which we already given kind of very high level now in value methodology. Then we'll talk about the more on the fog diagram, which is the core of the VAVE.
Okay.
And I think there are a lot of cost, value, worth analysis and other things. So we'll touch upon those things. Life cycle cost, I think there are plenty of things Arjun will definitely touch. Then there are case studies which we are going to cover it up also, because some things which you are not able to learn or not able to understand in other things, more you will understand in the case studies.
Yes.
More you appreciate and probably implement it. So definitely we have thought of doing a group activity and discussions. On the, yes, definitely it is possible in the open area, like, not on online and other thing. We really have to explore that depending upon the interest. Or we can extend the case studies itself. Okay. I think Arjun has collected a lot of case studies in his Mahindra experience. Of course, he cannot show everything, but he can really talk about it.
Okay. Perfect.
But I think right now we are given 4 slots for the people to join in. I think we kept it at 6,000 rupees. If the numbers are more, definitely the idea here is to get engaged into the company to get the projects. That's more important. So that is the way we are looking at it. I think this is exploratory. I think we are still trying to get the success. That's the way I can put it.